Look, I'm not too good to admit when I'm wrong. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy that you're here. We have a very special first time ever video here on my channel. Today I've got a ton of different products here on my table that I'm very excited to talk to you about because this isn't the first time that I have talked about these products on my channel. And we're talking about them today because honestly, I was wrong. And I am okay with admitting when I'm wrong about a product. So I wanted to do a video talking about things that I was definitely wrong about and give you a little bit more information. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, let's get right into it. So first off, if this isn't your first time on my channel, you're probably noticing that my video looks a little bit different. I am using a different camera. I got one of the new ultra huge iPhones, like the iPhone 13. And so I wanted to see if that was a better quality than, my old camera. So let me know what you think. But I do kind of like that it has this wider view of my background behind me so you can see a little bit more of what's going on back there. Let me know down in the comments what you think. And before we get into the video, I have been like anxiety city over the last month or so. It has been really challenging. I definitely go through seasons of struggling with my anxiety disorder. That is just something that is a part of who I am. And I'm never afraid to talk about, the anxiety that I struggle with and that I deal with every day. And there are definitely things in my lifestyle that really help me to manage that. But sometimes it's just there. It's just there on your shoulder, telling you things and making you feel things that aren't real. And I'm going through one of those seasons right now. My anxiety is super high. So one of the things that I'll be enjoying while we are on this video is I have some Decay here. So this is a drink that was created by Katy Perry, and and it is supposed to be an aperitif, which is like a pre-meal kind of cocktail, but this is alcohol free. And it's made with a ton of like adaptogens, and it's got reishi mushrooms and all sorts of things that are supposed to help you relax. And I have really found that this is like the perfect thing to enjoy at the end of a work day when I'm just like really stressed out or really tired and just like feeling really like wound up. It's the perfect thing to help me just like kind of like chill out a little. And it's so delicious. It has no alcohol. It's very low calorie. It's got some great benefits for your health. I am really enjoying it. It's so beautiful. I like to put it in a little cocktail glass because even if I'm not enjoying a cocktail, it's still really nice to, kind of like put it in a pretty glass and sit outside now that the weather is good. So I'm going to be enjoying a Decay. This flavor is called Purple Loon. And it is so nice. It's berry, it's fruity, it's bright, and it just chills me out just a little, which I definitely need. So we're going to enjoy some Decay. If you're interested in learning more about this product, I'm going to leave it linked down below. It's definitely a product that I believe in, and y'all know my deep obsession with Katy Perry. So she doesn't know who I am yet. But Katy Perry, if you're out there and you're listening and you're seeing this.
What up, girl?
Okay, that was really weird. So good. Okay, that was really weird. Let's get right into it. So let's talk about, I'm like 7 minutes into this video and I haven't even started talking about my products. So let's get moving. One of the first products that I wanted to talk about today is a product that I talked about over a year ago, and it is the Wet n Wild Incognito Concealer. So this product I reviewed at the beginning of 2021 and said that I was very kind of like unimpressed with it. I have completely changed my tune. This is my favorite concealer. Hands down, my everyday favorite concealer. I'm wearing it today. It is so good. It's got this really nice, thin, but medium to full coverage formula. It's very, very easy to blend either with a brush or your fingers or a sponge. I personally like to use my fingers and a brush. It depends on how quickly I'm trying to move, but especially if I'm going for a more natural, more brightened look, this is the concealer that I reach for now. And my first impression of it was just like, I think I was pretty blah on it, and honestly, I have completely changed my tune. The thing that I love most about this product is that when I wear my sunglasses and my makeup starts to remove on the side of my eyes right here, this is the only concealer that I can take out and I can gently just pat it right there where the makeup is removed, and it blends seamlessly. It completely fixes it, and it doesn't remove any of my other makeup. So you know, if you use powders and you put a concealer over powder to fix something, sometimes it just leaves this like, basically like looks like a giant hole in your face and it removes your other makeup. This doesn't do that. This is the ultimate fixer upper. I put it on my chin if I touch my chin a lot, if I rub my makeup off, if I wear sunglasses. It is the ultimate product. I have one in my makeup case. I have one in my purse that I carry with me always. I love this concealer. So if you haven't tried it, definitely try it. It's also only like $2 or something, so it's really completely worth it. The next product that I was definitely really wrong about is one that I talked about, I think, in an empties video, and that is the Big Sexy Hair Get Layered hairspray. So I'm a big fan of like the original, the really strong hold hairspray, especially like when I'm trying to do big voluptuous curls that I know have to last, all day. If I'm going dancing, if I'm going to a wedding, that's definitely the hairspray that I look to because my hair like does not fall out. And I said earlier that I didn't like this because I had to layer it up and it just didn't have the hold. But I think actually I was the problem because I was using this hairspray for something it wasn't meant for. This is meant to be a flexible hold hairspray that you can layer up, that you can use to freshen your look throughout the day. It's also really great for these little front pieces in my hair. So if I want a little bit more hold on those, but I want them to still move around, I will take this and I will literally just take my hand like that and I will spray. And it helps me to hold this volume. Like, I know this isn't a lot of volume, but it takes a lot to get volume out of the top of my hair. And this is a really great product for that, but still making it look like hair you can touch, that's movable, but my curls will hold and it looks just so much more bouncy and lifelike. So this product has actually become a favorite. And I have since rebought it like 3 times since my last video. So definitely recommend the Big Sexy Hair Get Layered hairspray. The next product I don't believe I talked about on my channel, but I have gone on about how sometimes I don't really feel like it's worth it to spend a lot of money on an eyeshadow palette. And while I still think that's the case, there are definitely a lot of drugstore options. I did recently invest in quite an expensive eyeshadow palette, and I bought the Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette that they sold at the holidays. I don't think you can get this anymore, but it was my first opportunity to try the Pat McGrath formula. And when I tell you that I was so pissed when I tried it, so pissed, because it was so good. This palette, number one, is so stunning and beautiful. This has so many different looks that you can use. The thing that I love the most about it is that I have traveled with this palette, and this is the only palette that I brought with me on a trip where I was gone for 10 days, and I had to go to a work event, so I had to travel for work for a few days. I had to go to a wedding, and then I also had to go to a concert and go to Dallas and like bum around Dallas. So those are 3 very distinct places that I had to go on one trip. And all I brought with me for eye looks was this eyeshadow palette. And when I tell you that this thing came through, it came through, my friend. Not to mention the quality of the sparkles, the blendability, just the long-lasting wear. This palette is so unbelievable to work with. Like, it's so stupid easy and so stupid beautiful that it literally makes me mad. It literally makes me mad. I'm so mad. The next 2 products on my list are from Rare Beauty, and I need to eat crow on these because I gave these products a ton of shit on my channel. And I think I'm in a position where I finally get it. And that is the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush. And this is in the shade Joy. And the Rare Beauty Liquid Highlighters. This is in the shade Enlighten. This is just the lightest, palest shade. And I am wearing both today. And you can see, I'm like looking at my camera and I'm just like, oh my God. It's just the flush and the shine. I initially didn't like these because I don't think I knew how to use them. I think that's what it was. I wasn't really experienced in using these types of very liquidy, very, very pigmented formulas. I just couldn't really figure out how to make it work for me. And I was like, you know what? I have a ton of like other blushes that are way easier to use. And that's still true, by the way. It's still not the easiest blush to use. Like I definitely had to work with it a lot to figure it out. I still wouldn't say like these are like the easiest, but they are really beautiful. And I find myself turning to them more in the summer, just for a quick, fresh, dewy, glowy look. And what I love about especially the highlighter is the way that it melts into the skin, and it just completely has the most beautiful glow, the most beautiful shine. It's completely melted into my skin. I'm gonna scoot closer. I mean, it really looks like my skin, and it just sinks in. You can see my freckles through it. It's so beautiful. I love wearing it, especially when I know I'm going to be out on the weekends and outside, and I know that the sun is going to be kind of reflecting off of my skin, and I'm going to be, you know, out and about in the summer. And it's just a more natural, easier product to wear than some other powder products. So the thing that I've learned about the liquid blush too is that if I just dot it on a palette like this is dirty, this is what I use today, just dot it lightly on here and then go in with a stippling brush like this one and just coat the end of the blush. And what I'll do is I'll just come in circular light motions and blend it in, and I just get the perfect flush. It's just so good. And then with the liquid highlighter, oh, I bumped my camera, sorry. With the liquid highlighter, I will literally just dot so lightly, and I will take this eyeshadow brush. It's just like a thick powder brush, like it's meant for eyeshadow, but I use it for this liquid highlighter, and I will just gently blend it in, and that helps it to really look melted, and it helps it to make it look much more natural and much more blended. And then I can kind of control more easily where it goes with a brush than with a beauty blender. So those are my tips. And like I said, I am happy to be wrong about these. The next two products that I'm going to share with you are products that I have given full, deep reviews about on my channel. And I was very, very honest in those reviews. So I stand by what I said. I want to say that I stand by what I said. That was true to my experience back then. And more or less, most of my experience was pretty accurately represented, and I still feel that way. I'm giving a lot of caveats because like I feel a lot of things about what I'm about to say, but the two products that I think I was a little bit wrong about were the Jaclyn Cosmetics, the Prime and Prep Pressed Powder Palette, and the Jaclyn Cosmetics Concealer. This is a product that I use every day under my eyes. I use it every day. I love how brightening it is. It is the most brightening under eye powder that I've ever been able to find. If I could find a different one that was as brightening as this, I would get that, because the only thing I don't like about this product at this point is this shade. I will literally never use this. I do not know what this is for. I am too pale. I am not yellow. This is just never going to work for me. This is actually my second palette, and I still have the first one, and this is untouched. But I went through all three of these other shades, and it's the most brightening. It is beautiful. It is easy to work with, and my concealer really stays. Do I get some creasing? Yes. Do I get creasing with like legitimately everything? Also yes. I love this product. I just wish I could buy these two shades. I wish I could buy them by themselves, because I totally would. They are my ride or die at this point. If anyone knows of anything similar where I don't have to waste 25% of the product, let me know down in the comments. But ultimately, I really do love this. It's a good product. Let's talk about the concealer. I have just a lot of thoughts and feelings about this concealer because it was so hard to work with. And it still is. It's still hard to work with. I want to say all of that to say this is also a phenomenal product once you figure out how to work with it. I think one of the reasons it's so hard to work with is the fact that it really does have that self-setting element where I find I don't need to bake with it. I don't need nearly as much powder, if any. I use a little under my eyes, but when I use this product, I don't use powder in my T-zone. I don't use it anywhere else. I just need it under my eyes. It's a great companion product to the Her powders. I love the shade range. This is a perfect shade. This is shade Fairest Pink, which is obviously perfect for me. I think the mistake that a lot of people make is that they try to use a beauty blender, and you absolutely cannot use a beauty blender with this, in my opinion. The other mistake that people use is that they try to lay it down all over their face where they're going to need it, rather than going zone by zone. That's what's going to make using this product work, is going zone by zone. Put a little on your chin, blend it out. Little on the nose, blend it out. Under one eye, blend, set. Under one eye, blend, set. You can't just put it all down and then go in and take your time blending, because it does set down so easily. But the set down is one of the greatest things about this product, not to mention the coverage. I still recommend using it with a medium to full coverage foundation, but you can use it with a skin tint if you're in a pinch. I just still don't think it's the best companion to the skin tint. One thing that I will say is that the perfect companion tool to this concealer is this e.l.f. brush. I love this e.l.f. brush. This is the e.l.f. Complexion Duo Brush. When I tell you that this part of the brush is the perfect trick to getting this concealer completely blended and melted in the skin, girl, I am telling you, and it's like no effort. It's like no effort. I literally just take this and boom, 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 done. This brush and this concealer are made for each other. It's perfect. I definitely recommend this. It's one of my favorite full coverage concealers. It's one that I'm definitely turning to more. And I was a little bit too hard on it, in my opinion. I'm gonna need to take another drink before this last product. Okay, I know how this is going to look, but please do not hate me for what I am about to share with you. Yeah, I was wrong. Okay, wrong-ish. Okay, I was wrong-ish. The Jeffree Star Orgy palette. I hope that this video doesn't get, throttled because I'm talking about the Orgy palette. But I did buy this. And I had a lot of thoughts about it. I posted a video a long time ago about it. And at the time, I was very, very disappointed in this palette. It's very, very neutral. It has a series of cool and warm tones. And at the time, I was really into more colorful, more shiny, more glittery, I was really into just honestly more in my makeup. And so, when I reviewed this product, it was more about the fact that this just didn't align, I think, with honestly what was interesting to me at the time. But also, there's a lot of controversy about Jeffree Star, and he was kind of in the middle of it at the time. And I still don't think that he's someone that I want to be spending my money with. I haven't bought anything from him since. This was it for me. So it's been quite a while. But I'm also not someone to spend money and then throw my own money away. So I do have this palette, and this year I have gotten a lot of use out of this palette. The neutrals in it are really, really nice. I've been into more neutral eye makeup lately. I've also been more into just simple looks lately. I am really, really busy. I'm on the go. It's also turning into summer, which is when I like to wear less makeup usually. And this has just been really good for work too. I can throw together a really simple, beautiful, kind of Ariana Grande cat eye with this and I can even use 2 shades, in and out, done if I wanted to. There's just so many looks that I can create with this. So I have really been getting a lot of use out of this palette. And I was definitely wrong. It is a good product. It is solid quality. There are a lot of options, and it's something that I can reach for, and I know I can pull together a huge assortment of looks when I recommend going out and buying this. That's between you and you, honestly. That's between you and your beliefs and who you want to support. I can't necessarily say that I would go out and purchase this again if I didn't already own it, because I don't personally want to give Jeffree Star my money. And I think that there are so many other good neutral palette options that don't come tied to that person. But with that said, if you're looking for something that's just that big and has that many options, or if you're a makeup artist, it's definitely a really great product. So, whatever you decide to do with your money is between you and whoever. But I will admit when I am wrong, and I was wrong about this. It's good. It's good. I like it. I use it, you know, at least 3 times a week at this point. Okay, now that I have gotten all of this off my chest, I want to hear from you. What do you think? Are any of these products ones that you've tried and that you've actually loved, that you've hated? Tell me your experience. I'd love to hear down in the comments. And I hope that this kind of like follow-up video to some previous reviews that I've done is helpful. Let me know if you like these types of videos. I'm always happy to share my unfiltered take. That's what we're all about on this channel. You can always trust that I'm going to give you my honest opinion, and that if my opinion changes, that I will tell you that my opinion has changed. That's what we're all about here. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, share it with your friends, and leave a comment down below. I love saying hello to you guys. There's some of you that are in my comment section every single video, and I love just hearing from you and hearing your perspective, so make sure you say hi down below. My Dessoir link as well as my Merit Beauty link is down below if that's something that you're interested in. I am wearing the Merit Beauty lipstick today and just still loving it. It's so good and so comfortable, especially for days when I have to talk a lot. But if you're not interested, absolutely no pressure. Just want to make sure that you know that those are down there for y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here today. It means so much to me that you would spend time watching my videos. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.